right.
All right. Bye, Court.
All right, later. Okay, hi guys. Here we are. It is Cord Vernowski, Yankee T News, on this wonderful, wonderful Wednesday night on what is this, June 24th, the year of our Lord 2026. So I was just checking in with DJ Ricky, trying to get him on. Wednesday nights are kind of rough. Everybody seems to be busy, but I'm sure somebody will show up eventually. So in the meantime, I have to apologize. Sort of a misnomer there. These guys are nuts. I'm the only one here. So I'm the nut. Ha! Yeah, okay. Oh, my goodness. So I was here. Let me just double check, because I was listening to Tausi TV. And, I've been talking about how these negotiations are going to fall apart. So I'm going to modify my comment and say these negotiations with the mullahs, they are on life support. And the one that keeps pumping oxygen into this dying body would be President Trump. That's right. And as some people observed, it's the same old trick. They're just dragging their feet, making excuses, diverting, nothing new. It's been going on for some 60 days, and now we've started the clock all over again. So now it's another 60 days. Yeah, what do we have to expect, right? So, interesting. There's a 7.5 magnitude earthquake in Venezuela. That's big. Okay. So, restructuring underway at Porsche. Oh, that's great. I want to tell a Porsche story. Can I tell the audience a Porsche story? Hey, JK. All right. You're in, man. Okay, so let me tell you the Porsche story. This is from years ago. It was actually a front page story on the New York Times from way back when. Porsche had been losing a lot of money. And finally, the top management of Porsche made a very tough, and I would even say embarrassing decision. They put the call in to Toyota. So Porsche and Toyota made a deal. Toyota sent some of its engineers over to Porsche in order to help them streamline their production, save them money, and get them back on track financially. All right, let's start with the first part first. German auto engineers, it's fair to say they have a lot of pride in what they do. So they were pretty convinced that their whole manufacturing process and their whole approach was just fine, because after all, it's Porsche, one of the top brands in the world. Didn't matter that they were bleeding money left and right. So imagine the humiliation when these Toyota engineers showed up and basically looked at the Porsche engineers and said, "You suck, and we're going to show you why." So they reduced the parts count on the car. They reduced the amount of space that was needed to make the car. They introduced all these other changes in how to take what was already their model, already their design, and improve on it. Toyota did its job, and it returned Porsche to profitability. Well, the Toyota engineer's job was done, and they went back home. So that's quite a lesson. And this sparks another thing I have to offer. So on the one hand, we have manufacturing. On the other hand, one of my other favorite subjects, R&D, research and development. And it's very interesting to look at how engineers in different countries solve problems. So I think in this particular case, we had American engineers, Japanese engineers, and I want to say maybe it was British. It could have been German. I just don't remember. It was three, quote, types or engineers from three different countries. And you put them next to each other, and it is just striking to see how they would take a problem and solve it. And I'll say the Japanese in particular just seem to have a very almost mysterious way of doing it. They were not straightforward. They're not systematic. They would spend a lot of time thinking about what they're doing, interestingly enough. And ultimately, they came up with a better product. And I have to say that there's no question that Japan is one of the more innovative countries in the world, and that's still generally true. I mean, just to rattle on, um, a long time ago, that would be the mid '80s. I was tasked with studying Japanese biotechnology and comparing it with what was going on in America. Now, remind you, at the time, Japan was ascendant, and people were worried. They were eating our lunch in microprocessors and memory chips, other electronics, ate our lunch with cars, okay, radios, of course. And all of this was giving people agita because they thought, boy, here, when it comes to life sciences, here come the Japanese, we're screwed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it didn't quite turn out to be that way. So one of the surprises was that the biomedical research sector in Japan, on a proportional basis, is 1/4 the size in America. I'm sorry. If you have that few people doing biomedical research, your research output is not going to be that great, and it wasn't. They did a few things here and there, and they were noteworthy, but not on the scale that people thought they were capable of. And what was the other problem? Oh yeah, the spending. They not only did they have fewer biomedical researchers in Japan than in America on a proportional basis, they also spent less money on a proportional basis. So let's say the typical biomedical researcher in America would get for his lab $100,000. The Japanese would get like 50,000 or even less. So you can imagine how hard it would have been for them to do the things they wanted to do if they're smaller and they had fewer resources to work with. So that was the story. As time progressed, again, you might see a couple. I mean, Fujisawa, I guess, was sort of a prominent Japanese drug company. They had carved out a place for themselves with what was then the state-of-the-art anti-rejection medicine for liver transplants. So that's another story. And yeah, that was about it. Anyway, so enough of that. So all of that got me started when I saw that little piece about Porsche. My goodness, that's right. And we got to check this out. Hold on, don't go away. Look at what's this. Got to check this out. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, that was then. Interesting. Oh my goodness. Really? The private credit market we've talked about, but the private credit market's been in trouble for the last several months, if not more anyway. So it turns out this guy wants to short the insurers for private credit. So he's ramping up these bearish wagers on Lincoln National Corp, MetLife, even Berkshire Hathaway. Oh, brother, through the use of credit default swaps, derivative contracts. Yeah. So I just want to remind you, dear audience, credit default swaps were one of the things that got us into huge trouble back in 2008. Now, thing is, credit default swaps usually have counterparty positions. So if one folds, the other folds, and nobody loses any money. Nonetheless, the leverage that is involved or was involved is, dangerous. Make a wrong move and you could find yourself in some trouble. And just to go back to that time, you had a number of companies that were, quote, placing bets on the housing market and other things. The leverage was unbelievable. Now, you and me, guys who haven't got much to work with, we would say, you might consider taking a position where you say, well, I'm going to bet $1, and that for every $1 I bet, if I win, I get $2. If I lose, I have to pay $2. All right, you put in $1, but you're backing up with $2. That's a 2-to-1 leverage. And you'd look at that and say, but there are people who go to 3-to-1, 4-to-1. They'll place a dollar bet and say, if I lose, I pay you $4. Start putting some zeros behind that, and you could have yourself a serious problem. Well, as it was, a lot of companies did place those bets, and they did get into trouble. And when it came, so basically had two things happening, but just for the audience's memory, if you were to go back to September of 2008, it was striking because the market was way up like this, and then in the middle of September, it had like what was then a big drop, 900-point drop, went down like that, kind of leveled out for a while, but then went down again. So the lesson was that first 900-point drop was the closing out of all these credit default swap positions. Okay, in today's terms, that could be a couple thousand points in the market if you start using credit default swaps on the same scale. So here we go. This guy who wants to be is a bear investor who wants to short things is going after the companies that insure private credit. You know, not quite sure how to think about this. Because private credit is supposed to be, I'm going to say it, smart money. Smart money? Yeah, all right. Well, the smart money has gotten into trouble. And let me just tell you another story. Where's DJ Ricky? Okay.
You're a lot.
We're in. I got Nugget off to my side. Don't mind Nugget.
Can't hear.
You can't hear me?
Can't hear you.
Hear me now.
Ah, damn it.
You muted yourself or something?
No.
You're
Nope.
crapped out.
Still
Can you
gotta
hear
work
me?
something there. This is our roving conspiracy theorist here.
Where's my pen?
All right. Bear with me, audience. Bear with me. This is funny. It seems like, I hate to say it, but with Ricky, we have a lot of technical difficulties. Just saying.
You don't think
Right?
so?
No.
Court, you can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
All right, I'm going to relog in.
All right. Well, he'll be back. So he'll figure it out. So with DJ Ricky, we've got to come up with a standard setup such that he gets on and there's no problem. And my suggestion, hey, to the folks at StreamYard, he needs to get a StreamYard account. That's right. I've been very happy with StreamYard so far. Just saying. All right. So what is the, where was I? The credit default swaps. And, oh, yes. So here's the lesson. Smart money can do very stupid things. We keep saying smart money's smart. You always pay attention to them. Okay. Let's try again, boy.
It says that it's working.
No, still.
There's somebody yelling.
What?
No.
Who's yelling?
I don't care.
I don't care.
Yo,
Wait.
I don't want to get
Looks
Lord,
like you got to
Lord.
plug that microphone into something. That's right. Got to go somewhere, boy.
Hello.
Court,
We'll figure it out.
Court, the
No, I
signal
don't know
I'm
if you
sending
can
to
hear
you
me.
says that I'm sending you a microphone
So,
feed.
Ricky, if you can hear me, touch your nose. Okay. Weird. All right. But I can't hear you.
All right, I'm going to try again.
All right. He'll try again. I'm sure there's another way to do it. Yeah, we're going to, all right. Offline, we're going to have to spend a little time working on that problem. In any event, okay. So, an example of how smart money can be not so smart. Okay, we go back to a company that was once based in Greenwich, Connecticut called Long-Term Capital Management. If anybody knows anything about the financial history of the United States, I believe it was 1999, this company got into a lot of trouble. Now, mind you, this was a time when people were all a titter about what were called hedge funds. All right, well, I mean, as an idea, it's not a big deal, but they made a big deal out of it then. You can go long on a stock or you can go short on a stock. or you can do both. Well, gee whiz, and that's been around for a very long time. But these guys, they wanted to make a science out of it. So what did Long-Term Capital Management in Greenwich, Connecticut do? They hired, count them, not one, two winners of the Nobel Prize in Economics. All right.
Try it again, Court.
Hi,
Can you
Court.
hear me?
Well, I can see your cap.
No, can you hear
The
me?
light that went by. Is there a
You can't hear
UFO
me.
outside your car there?
No, Court, you can't hear me?
Okay, there you go.
You can hear me.
So there's something. Let's see here. So you took the link. That would have brought you on to StreamYard. Okay.
This was the problems I was having on that
Somehow-
night.
Yeah, well, then
There isn't
shut it off.
anything that's telling you about the audio. There isn't like a little.
No, my
logo
audio
that's
said
got
it was-
microphone or
My
anything?
audio said it was fully there before it even kicked in. Take a left.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to be here a while if you want to. I'm
I'll
only
figure
60
it out.
minutes in. Are you far from home?
Court, I'll figure it out.
You're in the valley.
Oh, you think
Then
this
again,
is where I'm
yes,
driving?
yes, it's true. You do have to contend with Irene. It's true.
Court, I'm gonna get back to when I gotta get out of the. I'm in the valley.
It's I think we're back to the 1920s here, the silent movies. So we have here with DJ Ricky a recreation of the silent movies of the 1920s, only in full
Court,
color.
I'm gonna figure this out. Check your line on me.
An impersonation of
They'll figure it out.
Laurel without Hardy, well, better known as Nugget. So Nugget's not there.
Nugget, hold on.
Can't have-
Nugget.
Oh, wait, he is there. Wait, it is a Laurel Hardy episode. Okay.
There's Nugget.
Right.
Don't worry, we're
Well,
going
you
to
got to
this.
remember,
Grandma.
if you two guys in that van, strange things can happen, and this helps because I did make the title tonight. These guys
Wendy's.
are nuts. All right. So what's
Here's my
that?
beer.
Yeah, silent beer. That's good. That's good.
No,
We need
no,
some
no,
sign
no,
language
no,
here.
what
I
is
don't know. He already
beer
gave
with
us
me?
whatever this thing is. Yeah, the title, man.
That's not me, Court.
Okay.
That's
This
my
is
That's my lady.
challenging to say the least.
breakfast.
All right. I'm
I
very
wish
bad
you
at
could
it.
hear me.
But anyway, so I'm just going to continue with my story about that company, Long-Term Capital Management,
If you can hear
which
him,
had hired
I can hear
two,
you
and it's important,
ain't got to look at him.
Nobel Prize winners in economics.
Pay
And
attention
if you
to the
think
road.
you're the
I don't
smart
care
money
how-
and you want to make a lot of money on Wall Street, gee, wouldn't it be smart for you two to hire
No, you don't
Nobel
know.
Prize
You gotta
winners
look.
in economics? And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, not just any Nobel Prize winners.
That's fine.
If you're talking about risk and dealing with the future value
We
of
get the
money,
stop sign.
Listen to the
who
radio.
better
You don't look at the
than
radio.
one of the guys
When we get to the stop sign, we're gonna
control this equation. So for all us wacky options traders,
Oh, no, that's stop
you're
sign.
aware of the
No,
rather
I want
complex and
to
wacky.
fix.
No,
Where's
Here,
the-
Eric's here too. Hey, Eric.
Greetings and salutations.
The problem here is it? I just press Control D.
Can you hear me?
Microphone.
Yeah, I'm getting like some serious static.
Your
from
audio's
that
not
thing.
coming across.
Oh my god, you got to
No?
stop
You
yelling.
gotta stop yelling.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's something
Now I can
Now I can hear myself.
You got to take. You got to put headphones on or turn the speaker off or something.
Now?
Really bad. Really bad.
Mute it. All right. For some reason, both of you are not coming across in the audio.
I
Can you
can
hear me,
hear
Eric?
Ricky. Yeah.
All right. This is bizarre. All right. So I'm blaming StreamYard then. I mean, if both of you are having this problem, it has to do with StreamYard. And I wish I knew the answer.
Here, let me. I'm gonna.
This, no. This, no.
Stay in the running lane.
Here, let me just do a quick search while we're hanging out here. StreamYard guests. have no audio.
Somebody help me here.
Oh, okay. That's one idea. Here, let's see. Settings. Here, hold on. I'm going to hit something. The test button. Audio. Is that me? Yeah, that's me. Oh. Okay. How's that? We got anything? Playing. Are you? Now you froze. Great. Hold on. What? Eric, where'd you go?
I'm almost at
All right. So that didn't seem to do anything. This is bizarre. Wait, so let's see over here.
I can hear you guys.
No, I'm not going to do that. No. Mic settings. Mic volume. Come on. It's not responding. That out or something. I don't know. There's something. Ugh. This is disgusting. You were on last night. What the hell? Ugh. All right. I'm not having a lot of luck here so far. I've tried two things and neither of them have worked. Audio avatars. How about that one? No. Appearance, light, dark, guest layouts. Nope. It just maybe something else here. How about that? Is that no? Speakers, Realtek audio. How about this one here? Any luck? No? And default speakers, Realtek audio. It should be playing. I wish I knew the answer. Here, let me take another look here. Try this. And this. What? I don't understand. All right. I have to apologize for this. I can't believe this. Ay, ay, ay. How about you, Eric? Any better? No?
Can you hear me now?
Why is this happening?
Can you hear me?
Manage layouts, new layout, no. This is frustrating. I mean, this is bizarre, Eric, because you're on last night. They will need to connect their mic and phone before you can add them to the system. All right. All right. So according to my end, it says here you need to add. No, unmute. Can't unmute your guest.
Hello.
Their mic is not connected. Okay.
What is that?
How can it not be connected?
Ricky, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Eric.
Okay.
I think they're playing games with me, frankly.
Eric, can you hear me clearly, right?
Yep.
Okay. I thought I was losing my mind.
Nope.
Hold on, let me
It's
set
just-
this up. While I'm driving.
So, I mean, Eric, for what it's worth, I've tried these different settings here. You know, there's a test button and 3 different choices for mics.
Thank you, Nugget, for all the help
And
today.
The drop-down menu for your screen, and nothing seems to be working.
Good night, Friday.
And I don't know why.
Very, very early.
But
Can you-
I'll pick you up on the right.
maybe it's for different reasons, but
Yep.
both of you having the same problem.
Sure.
I can hear Ricky and Ricky can hear me, but you can't hear either one of us.
8 a.m.
You know, it'd be better if we had the audio than the visual. But what do I know?
Eric, can you see me and hear me?
Well, this thumbs up.
Let's do a C package.
Thumbs
Because I
up.
put it there.
I'm not sure if I knew what it
Don't worry
was.
about it.
Okay, I just
All right, Ricky. Ricky,
Eric.
still don't hear you.
Court can't hear either one of us.
I can't believe this here.
All right, so it isn't on my side then.
Nope.
Okay. Because I went through everything and I double checked, and it shows up showing
Why is this?
audio.
Try again.
I'll just hang. In the meanwhile,
What are
Eric,
you
that was pretty epic last night. That was I rewatched the show and some people were texting me this morning
Now,
about last night's show,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, I had no idea it was going to touch that many people's lives. So that's freaking cool in my world, Eric. I had no idea you were on the same brainwave and things that
so according to the what
the
I'm
God
finding,
stuff.
it could be. Let's see. Right.
There's a war between God and evil that's going on right now.
Eric?
I think we're going to need to
Right,
have to tell Court
Right,
that
so this is very
he's going to
strange.
need he's
Right.
going to need to restart the
Okay,
stream
I'm
again.
getting dots that shows the audio is showing up. I'm getting on the screen here green dots. The louder you speak, the more dots there are. That's what I'm getting on my end.
Okay, well, we're both here. I can hear Eric clear as day.
No, we don't want to mute.
I can hear you clear as day, and Eric can hear me. And I'm driving, so I can't read that setting over and over and over. I got like a 40-minute drive.
This is crazy. All right, what have they done? I'm thinking StreamYard did something here. This is ridiculous.
It's okay, Court. I love this stream, not like being on it. It's pretty, it's pretty cool. And I never met Eric before, but when I was listening to him speak the other night, it was like it touched me. It touched me within my heart because he was able to communicate the message I've been trying to spread better than I could have. Court, don't go crazy. I hear your keyboard going bananas. People watching the stream can hear
That
us.
doesn't help. Okay. They're also suggesting, if you're using a different browser? Anybody using a different browser?
What kind of browser? I'm
No,
using
Firefox.
to communicate.
Because it worked last night, so I just don't get it. Okay, all right, I'll do that. All right, signing off, and I will come back.
Give us
All over
just give us a